are here today with Debbie Monaghan from .nz, and Debbie is Vice Chair of the Country Code Name Supporting Organization, or the CCNSO. So Debbie, hi. You have been involved in the work of the CCNSO for quite some time now and have quite some experience as well. And in your view, what are the upcoming work items that the CCNSO Council will be focusing on in the near future, but even maybe in the long term?
Well, it's a very busy work program. Of most significance to the CCNSO is the CCNSO review. So basically a look into how the organisation is functioning as a whole. But we also have a number of other reviews, for example, the IANA Functions Review and the CSC Effectiveness Review. And look, taking all those reviews, we're also engaged in the review of all the reviews to try and balance, if you like, the whole workload and how everything fits, because all those reviews take a lot of personnel time and effort of volunteers. We also have the PDP working group on retirements and engaged in a number of cross-constituency working group meetings. So the other thing we're looking at too is how do we get more people to actually engage in the CCNSO and its activities. So all those will keep us occupied very much over the next months and years.
Yeah, thank you. So you mentioned people that are engaged in the CCNSO. So in your view, what is the added value of the ccTLD community to be involved in the ICANN community? Or what does the ccTLD community have to offer ICANN that other stakeholders perhaps don't?
Well, ccTLDs are unique in that you get to control your own policy framework. So the ggTLDs have to follow the ICANN kind of policy framework, but ccTLDs are free to set their policies that suit the local internet community. So that means you have a range of different processes, policies, just ways of adapting different systems, which we can actually then share with other ccTLDs, particularly those who are still developing. We can also engage with the broader community, educating them about how we approach ours, and they might pick up different ways that we do it, and that might inform their policy decisions. We also interact quite closely with other constituencies and give our expertise into those groups, such as discussing the strategic and operating plans with the broader ICANN community.
So it's really a platform for exchange of information and best practice sharing.
Oh, absolutely, and particularly important, I think, too, with people who are ccTLDs that are just developing and just starting. And I know that I have actually picked up ideas from other ccTLDs over the years I've been engaged, and likewise I'd like to think, well, that .nz has actually helped inform a number of decisions that other ccTLDs have made.
Sounds good. So what do you think are the challenges that the ccTLD community is facing in the near future?
Well, I think a number of TLDs, not just CCs, but the G space as well, issues around security and around privacy. And there's also more and more issues around jurisdiction. So if you take, for example, the recent GDPR, now that's a European piece of legislation, but you'll find ICANN very much kind of got in the middle of issues around GDPR, and indeed a number of ccTLDs that aren't based in Europe find themselves also being impacted by essentially what is a European piece of legislation. So I think we're going to see more and more of that as the internet encourages more work and cooperation across the world, whereas those jurisdictions. So I think there are issues moving forward.
Okay, thank you very much, Debbie.
Thank you, Jacob.